Last Light, you can catch it here on KTVB every afternoon at 2 p.m. And to give us a little preview of what we can expect for this week, we have Tori and Al. So great to see you guys.
Thank you.
Hey.
I look like a Star Trek captain.
No, I'm not a captain.
Okay, maybe a lieutenant.
I was getting ready to compliment you.
The guy that gets the captain water.
Thank you.
Okay.
So rude.
So last week, you guys, you had a really huge week. You had on a couple of legends, right? You had Martin Short. You also had Kevin Smith. Tori, but you were really excited last week about Martin Short coming on. You were actually nerding out a little bit. So I'm just curious to know, how did it go for you?
I was really nervous, to be perfectly honest. Interviews are where I get the most tongue-tied.
That's bad. You're a talk show host.
Okay, so here's the problem. He's at the top of the top. And so I wanted to convey very quickly, as a physical comic, how much I appreciated his use of his body. And I just came across creepy. So it worked out, and we had an incredible, he was very kind, let's say that. But it was really a highlight of my career, speaking to him.
Wow.
It really was.
Not me?
No, not at all about you.
Okay.
But guess who we do have coming up, Melissa? We have Perez Hilton coming up, which I'm fascinated for, a pop culture kind of icon.
Yeah, icon, but also, you know, let's be honest, he damaged a lot of people.
He sure did.
He said a lot of things that were, and he's doing, what I would hope that he would do. He's continuing his career in a different direction, but it is a little bit of a mea culpa tour as well, because I'm assuming when you were his age, he was kind of around the age of the starlets that he was kind of blogging about. You know, you kind of write the same kind of catty things you might about your friends, but I think he didn't realize the draw that he had and the impact that he had and the negative impact.
And the bullying of what he was doing.
And so I think that, you know, he's an older person now, and you have some time to reflect and get some perspective. And I'm really interested to hear, like, how he's decided to continue his career, but not with so much of a slant towards the negative.
I totally agree, Al. You know, Perez to me is a really polarizing person. Right? And then now that he's so mature now, I cannot wait to hear his reflection. And I'm curious to see how the conversation goes amongst your team with him and what comes of that. So, yes, 2 o'clock, I'm going to be like, oh, what's happening? You know, is it going to turn into
Did the captain get his water?
Yeah, exactly. Did the captain get his water? Okay,
I'm the captain now.
Yeah, well, you know, you got the neckline for it, right? Is that what you established? Yes, okay.
Thank you, yes.
So, Kim Douglas, how excited are you about that one?
So Kim and I have actually become cyber close friends. We've never really met in person, but I'm very, her career is something I really want to follow.
Online?
Yeah, so now, no, she writes back, I think.
Yes.
Or her assistant, whatever. But she's talking about brightening up your life. So it's all kinds of lifestyle. So in her home, she's going to show you little tips and tricks and hacks, how to brighten your house. And then also how to brighten your face. I don't know about you guys, but I didn't listen to my mom, and I have dark spots like all over, and she's got a really good hack. Yeah, it's so they're so frustrating, right?
Incredibly.
And so she's got a good hack that's not just lemon juice and prayer, which is what I'm doing.
Totally, right?
That works. That's my whole book. It's my autobiography title.
I completely hate that, because sometimes I hate it when people go, "Oh, you got dirt right here. You didn't blend this in." It's like, no, that's going nowhere, honey.
That's staying. That is staying. That's on Melissa.
Yes, but I cannot wait for the lighting of the home. I've been on this myself for a long time. I'm a big LED fan. Yes. So like my kitchen, my bedroom, my office, everything, all the lights can be adjusted. It's super cheap, and you can control it with your phone. So like, if you need to work, brighten it up. But if you're chilling, have a little jazz going with the little record player, and you're 99 years old.
Right.
Do that too.
Or you're at a European rave.
Yes.
A European rave. That sounds great. Well, I think
Tori's
I have a hard
references stop in 1997.
No, they don't.
All right, you guys, and then you have Cheryl Nichols, right?
Yes. Cheryl Nichols is coming in. A warning signs for parents. This is really good, because our audience and viewership is a lot of parents and grandparents. And it's about signs to look for grooming, for children being groomed by adults. And as we know, we've done story after story in which it's right under their nose. I'm talking about next door. It's happened repeated to the same family. So this one is like that Oprah episode. Do y'all remember this, when she goes, that guy came on and said, don't let them take you to a second location.
Right.
And I'm hoping this becomes an episode that people share widely, and we expose some secrets.
Yeah, this is, I mean, grooming is such a slow process that's why it's so effective. It can almost happen with the entire family, because a lot of times when somebody's trying to come to for your children, they'll come for you first, in terms of making themselves at home, making you feel comfortable, to like, hey, the kids will just stay at You know,
Yes.
they'll stay at Al's house until I get home from work. And you do this over years, and you start to let up a little bit. Your guard gets lowered, and sometimes terrible things happen. So let's get ahead of that now. Let's stop that grooming.
Yeah, and Cheryl was actually groomed by one of her high school teachers, so she's going to share that personal experience, which I think helps really teach the lesson.
Right. And the hashtag is going to be "Let's Stop That Grooming." It's we're going to aim in cities.
You guys have my attention. I'll tell you what. I'm going to tune in today at 2 p.m. and I know so are all of our viewers. Tori, Al, both thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. And everyone keep it here on KTVB for Daily Blast Live at 2 o'clock. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Melissa. As always, thanks for your time.